Okay guys, what's going on? Good morning. We are here at Metro TV here in Ghana. We got an early morning shoot. We're going to talk more games, so stay tuned because here at the Lab Video Game TV, our game is never over.
This is GMD Plus. Well, many of us game in our homes, right? A couple of weeks ago, my son was telling me that he's already a better gamer than I am, which is true. I mean, I suck at PlayStation and the rest of it. It's not my fault. I like TV too much. Well, this gaming phenomenon is huge here, but internationally, this could be huge for you if your interests are strong. This could be a real, income earner and game changer for your whole life. As he has done for my guest on the program today. We'd like to welcome internationally acclaimed gamer and the CEO of Empire Arcadia, Mr. Triforce Johnson, to our program. Good morning.
Yes,
Triforce, it's good to see you. You say you've been playing since the age of 4.
Yes. I ran into it because, well, it kept me off the streets.
Okay.
So, when my parents brought us to America, we used to run in the streets and go to the parks and hang out and whatnot. And he didn't want me on the street. So I used to go to my friend's house. We used to play his Commodore 64 and the rest of the old school games. And my father's like, if I buy you a Nintendo, will you stay home? And back in those days, everything was a Nintendo.
Nintendo, yes, I remember too.
There was no PlayStation. There was no. If you get a Sega system, was that a Nintendo?
A Sega Mega Drive.
They call it a Nintendo.
Games, yeah.
Yeah. So they bought video games. My father bought some games for me, and that really kept me home. And I just fell in love with the world of video games. Games like Dragon Warrior and Zelda, because there were stories to them. You had to read a lot of the games that I played actually helped me with my critical thinking. I learned a lot from video games, and I just like the stories. It felt like a better version of TV. It was a TV you could interact with.
Okay.
And I grew up and I became good at them.
You're a 9-time is it inductee into the Guinness Book of Records. You've been documented 9 times.
Yes, 9 times
in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yes, for video games specifically.
For video games.
Yes.
You're big time. 9 times in the Guinness Book of Records. For records you've set on different games.
Yes.
Tell me about some of these records. I'm interested.
Well, one of them is a game called Tetris Ultimate. I had to play that game for an entire 24 hours against the master computer difficulty.
You played it for 24 hours?
Yeah.
Non-stop?
Yeah, but I actually just trumped that July of this year. There's a game called Tetris 99.
You broke your own record?
In a different record, I played longer. I played 36 hours straight.
Okay,
literally.
The first one was about 24 hours.
Yeah, and then the next one was Tetris 99 for the Nintendo Switch.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and for that one I was trying to become the first person in the world to literally complete the game. It's a battle royale online game, so they usually don't have an ending to it. But this one did, so I played for 149 days at 20 hours apiece.
You played a game for how many days?
149 days.
149 days.
Straight. For 20 hours a day.
Without leaving the console? Is that how this happens?
Yeah, I get 4 hours of sleep, obviously.
So you get 4 hours of sleep every day?
Yeah.
And you get up after 4 hours to continue the game?
Because I was racing against somebody who was trying to get to the end before me, and he had a 20-level lead ahead of me. So in order to beat him,
I had to
go over
more hours.
Yeah.
So you ended up setting a record in that game?
Yes, I'm the first person in the world to get to level 99 star, which is the end of the game.
Oh,
yes, so
that's interesting. I'm interested in what your kids will be doing right now.
I have no kids.
You have no kids?
But when I have some,
I'm sure they'll be big time gamers too.
Oh, they gotta carry the legacy.
It's in the spirit. It's in the spirit. You've competed a lot internationally also. When you compete internationally, what country do you compete for?
Africa. It's always been Africa. I'm African.
Okay, so you compete for the continent and not for specific countries.
Africa is a continent. Well, it's not this. The real name is not even Africa.
Well, just to give you some clarity, we all go to the World Cup as Ghana, as Nigeria, and as Egypt, even here in Africa. Yeah. So why do you represent the whole of the continent when you are gaming?
Because no one represents us. They separate us as different people. For instance, when Yao Ming goes to the NBA, well, this is back then when he played in the NBA. Yeah. He was in the NBA, the National Basketball Association. When the Olympics comes back, he goes back to China.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Same thing like Akeem Olajuwon, right?
Comes back to play for Nigeria.
But wait a minute. But time out. So why does everyone go back home and play, but in America, black people can't go back to Africa? Why do we represent something that, we're not? Chinese are Chinese American, but when it's time to rep, they're Chinese.
Okay.
So that's, for me, my father being
So for your
Rastafarian.
first entry, you entered as, I want to represent Africa.
Yeah, because it was not,
All of the 54 countries, I want to represent them.
I want to represent Pan-Africa.
Okay.
I want to represent black Africans around the world because no one represents us. Not like that. Let me not say like that because I don't want to marginalize people, because there are Africans in America that embrace the African heritage. But in terms of like a flag or a nationality, that I want to represent them, because I don't like how our kids who are growing up don't see themselves reflected in gaming. When they gaming and anime, when they look at that, they see Asian characters, white characters, Arab characters, and they go, I want to be like them.
Okay.
But where are we? In all of it. So and when we get the few black characters, the few black champions in the anime and the gaming scene, it does really well. It's really big. Like when Black Panther came out.
Yeah, that was huge.
Boom! And it just
So
blew
in
up.
your competitions, they introduced you as Triforce Johnson from Africa.
When I went into the International Video Game Hall of Fame, when I was inducted in,
Wait,
I was
you were-
like,
you were
born in
inducted.
Jamaica, raised in the US, but I'm being inducted as an African. So the International Video Game Hall of Fame, and I'm the first African to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
You're recently working around the Caribbean and also here in Africa.
Yeah.
Your home. To check out the new gamers and what they're up to and whether they can meet international standards, and basically, train them up to make sure they compete internationally. Have you found some interesting gamers so far?
Yeah, there's a lot of godlike African players. People like in the World Fighting Game Championships in 2018, they said this is the theme running. The top players in the world for fighting games are Japanese because they make the fighting games.
Okay.
But last year, the top 8 of the top 8 games were all of African descent, meaning black. And 4 of them that won were black. And I tell people all the time, there's a song from Biggie Smalls, Brothers Bleed Just Like Us. Picture a dude scared of a person that breathes the same air as he. So I had to remove some of the curse words. but that's the point. That's the whole point, is that we're all human. And just because you're Japanese or you're Chinese or you're this or that doesn't make you better than anyone. And that's vice versa. The same thing goes for us. Just because we're African doesn't mean we're better than anyone. We're all equal, we're all human beings and stuff like that. But we don't get a lot of representation. I'm multifaceted. It's not just about playing one particular game.
You play different games.
And then on
You
top,
have a record in Super Mario, right?
yes, versus Super Mario. This is an arcade game.
How long ago was that?
2008. That's when I
Okay.
said it. Back
Super
then.
Mario.
And
Wow.
there's like Contra.
I guess
3.
we all play some of them, but we never had records in it. So,
Yeah, but there's always been an opportunity.
have you been to this ghetto, gaming centers here in Accra where there are
Of
lots
course.
of talented gamers?
I go down.
What's your experience?
I go down into the ghetto every region I go. You know why? The diamonds are in the rough there. When you're a gamer and you're in a middle class life or in a rich life, you don't really aspire as much. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that they don't have any aspirations or ambitions, they do. But when you're in the ghetto, it's harder. You have to work 10 times harder to get out. So you're gonna play harder than a person who's already out and he's comfortable. That's why you'll have a reigning champion and then some guy comes out of high school and he's like, I wanna get into the NBA, I wanna get into the NBA, and then they come out and they just destroy people. So you have your LeBron James or Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordans because they were hungry. So the talent is always in the...
It's always in the ghetto.
Yes.
It's always inside the streets.
Yeah, I came from the ghetto.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you did?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, Jamaican, migrate to America, what we do, they came and said, here's your mansion. It was straight into White Plains Road in the Bronx.
Tell me about Arcadia and what you seek to achieve here in Ghana.
Well, Empire Arcadia is our esports team. I built it in 2002, and the whole purpose of it was to galvanize, originally, it was to galvanize players from all over the world to create the empire of arcade players. That's why it's called Empire Arcadia. So, and we wanted to design the world's best players. And we had everybody from Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, Africans, you name it, we had them all on a team. We became the #1 winning team in the world, and then all
became
of a
the
sudden,
number 1 winning team in the world.
yeah, we are certified by Guinness World
Do
Records.
you think there'll be a statue of you somewhere in the gaming world? Like, this is the most legendary it has ever been.
If it's built, it'll be in Africa. One of the countries. The team turned pro-black because I didn't want the team to be pro-black. I wanted it
You wanted
I wanted a universal
team,
team led by African people, but the team ended up turning pro-black because once we got to that level, people were like, then the haters that came from like roaches from under the table, like, where they're coming from. And a lot of our players, they're bad news against me or whatever, and they left. And the players that stayed were the people of African descent.
Pro-black.
Yeah. Well, they weren't pro-black, they were just black.
They were
period.
just black.
But they were like, they felt like, they helped build a team, so they had like an obligation to stay and work with it. So the majority of our players are black. We still have like whites and Asians and Spanish players in our team, but the 90% of it's black. So then all of a sudden the stigma got hit with us, and instead of rejecting it, I just we were always an African team, so I'll just embrace it.
Interesting. So there are young gamers watching this program right now, for sure. Because when you go to the get to see a lot of gaming happening, they want to contact you or be in touch with you to get inspired, to learn more, and also maybe you want to be a part of your international teams. How do they contact you?
Well, they can hit me up on Twitter, which you can just hit up EMP_Triforce GM. I know a lot of people are like, what?
Triforce
GM. Or you can just go at Empire Arcadia, because that's the team on Twitter, and that's my person.
I'll just Google Triforce Johnson, right?
And then
you'll find some information. Really great pleasure.
King, thanks for having me, man.
It's good to
I
speak
really
to you, and
appreciate it.
congratulations. You're a legend. 9 times in the Guinness Book of Records. Thank you for coming to see us.
I'll be a legend when Africa is on the world stage.
I wear your statues in Ghana too.
Well, that too, yeah.
Thank you, Triforce. So Triforce Johnson is an international gamer. He's retired though, but he's a legend. Guinness Book of Records 9 times. Broke all his records, set his own records also. This is like the Usain Bolt of games. This is really interesting stuff.
Alright guys, can't talk too loud, but guess what? They're gonna go on stage. We just finished our segment here, so we're gonna head back to the lab and we're gonna chop this up and get it out to you guys. And stay tuned for the next segment, because here at the Lab Video Game TV, our game is never over.